I get this question a lot, and I want to take my time with today's message, so excuse me if I digress a little bit or go back and forth on the subject, but I really want to get a clear understanding of this. But a lot of people, and this message isn't for people that are in relationships that are bad or toxic. You know, I'm not condoning any of that. Message is more for people who have a good relationship, that love each other, they want to fight for each other, but they have no connection at all. You know, and I get this statement a lot. You know, Trent, we don't even talk anymore. We don't even communicate anymore. And if you're like me, the question that I would ask myself is why? Why don't we communicate? And it's only one reason why you don't communicate with a person, because you don't feel comfortable, right? More than likely, the communication is disempowering, with that individual or with that person, with your wife, with your husband, whatever it may be. And so when you have a disempowering connection, you don't want to communicate with that person, because you know it's going to turn your day bad. You're going to argue. It's going to change your whole mood. It's going to kill your vibe, et cetera, et cetera. And you got to realize something. Connection is power, okay? So where there's no connection in a relationship, the power is gone, okay? So what helps a connection is communication. All right, communication is key. But like I said, nobody's going to communicate with each other if it's disempowering. One way I like to paint this picture, and I hope this helps a little bit. One way I like to paint this picture is, you know, when I play ball, y'all know I play football. If you don't, well, now you do. I always say, you know, it always came down to two types of coaches. The first coach was a coach that, you know, always told me that I'm doing something wrong. And so I fixed those things that I was doing wrong. As soon as I fixed those things, he would always come back to me and not acknowledge, you know, the things that I fixed, but he was come back to me and say, well, you're not doing this right, or you can get better at this. It was always something, always something. And then you have the second type of coach that would tell me that I'm doing something wrong. I would fix it. He would acknowledge, or he would acknowledge that I'm trying to get better. He would say, you know, Trent, great job with fixing this, but I want to take you to another level. You're good right now, but I want to make you be great. And when it comes to relationships, it's kind of the same thing. You know, we have somebody, you can be on either end of the fence with this, but you have somebody that has made a change, is trying to make a change for the better. It has moved away from certain things. Maybe they started their own business. Maybe they let go of certain friends. And I'm just going to be real with you. When somebody makes a change, the last thing they want to hear is that first coach, somebody complaining about something else, right? Without even acknowledging it, right? Not even acknowledging their change is always something. So when you have that type of mindset, you don't want to communicate with that person. You don't want to even try. It was like me with that football coach. I wanted to stop trying because I knew no matter what, it would never be good enough. And so I want to encourage you guys out there, if you're in a relationship, bring the king out of a person, out of a man. And the only way you're going to bring a king out of a man is with empowerment. For the men out there, bring the queen, because you've done it before, because y'all are together. Bring the queen out of your woman. And the only way you're going to do that is with empowerment, not disempowerment. I want you to understand that. So I'll break it down to you. I want you to write these three things down, okay? It's called, I wasn't even trying to come up with an acronym, but after I wrote these words down, an acronym came up. It's called ARC, okay? So number one, how can I have an empowering connection with my spouse or my boyfriend, my girlfriend, whatever the situation is? Number one is acknowledgement, okay? Is acknowledgement. Acknowledge them. Let them know that you're proud of them. When's the last time you told them that? Let them know that you appreciate them. Let them know that you appreciate their sacrifices. Let them know that you appreciate their change. Like when you tell somebody that, you know how it feels to be appreciated? You know, I understand you might have concerns, and I'm not telling you to right their wrongs. I'm not telling you to be silent about certain things. But first, acknowledge everything that they're doing. They're trying to become a better person. So the worst thing you can do is to shoot down everything they're doing to become a better person. It's to bring something up. It's to make them feel like they're not good enough, because like I told you before, when they feel like they're not good enough, they're going to quit. They're going to quit on you, okay? So number one, acknowledge their change. I'm telling you, this will change and light a person up, okay? Number two is provide reassurance. Let them know that you're for them. Let them know, look, I'm with you. I'm with you. And this is when you have concerns with people, right? You see something that could be better. You see something that they can fix. You see something that that can better their life, but let them know at first, I'm with you. Okay, reassure to them that you're on their team, because a lot of times when you get a nothing but disempowerment, you start to question, like, does this person even love me? Is this person on my side? Is this person against me? Is this person my opponent? Because every time I try to do something, they just shoot me down and beat me down and make me feel like I'm nothing, talk to me like I'm nothing, don't acknowledge any of my change. So reassure to that person that you're on their side. Look, babe, I'm with you. It might sound like this. I'm with you. I believe in you. I know where you want to go. I know where you want to go. That you have so much potential in you. I'm just trying to help you put that greatness inside you. Everything that you've done has been great, but I know there's greater inside you. Just imagine if someone talked to you like that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, anybody can communicate, but not everybody can connect. And if you're in a relationship, you got to connect with a person. Just imagine if somebody talked to you like that. Just imagine if you talk to your spouse like that. There would be nothing they wouldn't do. All right. So number one is acknowledgement, right? Acknowledge their change, acknowledge everything that they're doing to better their life. Number two is reassure that you're on their side. Reassure that you believe in them. Reassure that you love them. Reassurance is key. And last but not least, place your concerns then. Then you can place your concerns. Well, babe, you know, these things aren't going right. You're not talking to me enough. We're not spending enough quality time. We're not doing this and that. You can place your concerns then, because now that person is in a better place to receive what you have to say, right? If you just come in bickering and barking and tearing somebody down, they're going to get defensive, right? So when you communicate as a person, you have to learn how to communicate to make a person respond in a way that's positive. All right, you got to get that person in that place. And like I said, acknowledgement, reassurance, and then place your concerns. So ARC. And I promise you, if you apply that, I'm not going to promise you because I don't know that person, but I promise you it'll put you in a better position to connect with your spouse, to connect with your boyfriend, to connect with your girlfriend. And like I said, connection is power and communication is key. A lot of relationships fail because there's no communication. People don't even talk to each other no more. They don't even talk about their concerns. They keep everything bottled in. They don't talk about certain things. They don't talk about visions. They don't talk about goals. They don't talk about all these things. And like that's the person you need to be talking to, right? That's the person you should be sharing everything with. All right. So from this day forward, as best as you can, to the people that are in a good relationship, it's just there's no communication, right? Over time, things that fell apart, whatever it may be, but you know you want to be with this person. You know that they want to be with you. Just try from now on to have empowering communication. Empowering as best as you can. I promise you, when you open them up with empowerment, they will be in a better place to receive your concerns, to receive your advice, you know, because sometimes, you know, it's always, as a man, just coming from a man's standpoint, you know, as a man, we like to be able to put the family on our shoulders, right? We don't always want to be looked over the shoulders, tell us what we're doing wrong all the time, because we feel like sometimes less of a man, right? So, but if you take those steps of acknowledgement, reassurance, and then place your concern, I promise you that man will open up. And the same with women. So I know I kind of went all over the place tonight, but it was just on my heart. Let's get it.